I was with Granger for 42 years. I always tell people I started cleaning toilets right out of high school. And then, of course, somebody saw something in me. Eventually, I was promoted into corporate. The rest was history. I was there for 42 years. I had started a nonprofit in which we started to do some large-scale events here in Southwest Florida. And then we also started a travel business. I decided, you know what, I think I'm going to retire. I'm going to put a little more effort into those ventures, if you will. And I did that. And lo and behold, things happened like a hurricane. I got a couple of knee replacements, and then I became really bored because the one nonprofit and the one for-profit that we started really didn't take much of my time. In all honesty, this just kind of came my way. There were opportunities potentially for me to do some more consulting, but I think deep down I was looking for more and didn't even notice. And Liz, that's when somebody dropped me a line out of the clear blue, never thinking about anything to do with the franchise. I'm not into fast food, that sort of thing, but somebody piqued my interest. They introduced me to you, and now I'm the franchise owner. Both my wife and I, because she was on a couple of the calls, recognized that this kind of brought everything together that I've ever done in my career. And here it was being laid out to me to one, hopefully use the lessons and things that I learned, but more importantly, an opportunity to continue to learn. That's what gets me up and gets me going, is the opportunity to learn new things. And so all of a sudden, all of my experience, my passion to help and make a difference, all of a sudden all came together in conversations with you regarding this organization called Polka Point. While I talk a lot and I shared a lot of information, good, bad, and indifferent, the one thing you did, your questions were very pointed. It was amazing how quickly you kind of grasped, and I think I jotted that down in some of the notes, that you really got to know me rather quickly. You knew where my passion was. You understood that I love a challenge. You understood I wanted to continue to learn, because I don't think a person ever achieves all of their, abilities in a lifetime. And a lot of times when you get to be my age, you kind of start slowing that train down. Well, I want to do just the opposite. I don't got a lot of runway left, so I got a lot to learn very quickly. But you were able to pull that out of me. It was magical. I had no intent on going into a franchise. Very quickly, given the conversations we had and the people you directed me to, it became really obvious. And again, not just to me. My wife was eavesdropping on everything. And she was like, holy smokes, Bruce, this is right up your alley. The knowledge you had of the various franchises, but also your ability to carry on a conversation and just literally gut the person you're talking to in terms of what they're all about. Till I met you, I was opposed to the concept of a franchise, because I figured I could do my consulting myself. Why would I want to do it myself when I have all of this support? And again, information that's going to help me get better, help me learn, and help me, provide a much better service for the client than I could standing alone. I have to admit, had I had a chance to talk to you a few years ago, I might have left a little earlier and got into an opportunity like this. But I think for my advice to anybody is don't think in terms of what comes to your mind when you think of a franchise, because literally it's those fast food services, places that fix your cars and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. You don't think in terms of how there are opportunities out there that tie in to what it is you've done all your life. And now they give you the reins and say, hey, you own it, with a ton of support. I don't think people realize the opportunities out there in the franchise world, because I didn't.